how I've been muted that entire time. Well, not much was missed. Frankly, I've just been drawing a couple rooms, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start the run, start the video, the VOD, I guess, at the part where I'm unmuted. Oh, that's rough. Hi. Um. Oh my god. I swear to God, I clicked that. How am I? I'm good. Had a long bit of travel today. Had to check on the cat for a friend, and so Avery ended up staying another day. Wow, that's my first time missing. That's fine. I don't care anymore. I simply do not care anymore. She ended up staying an extra day. So probably Baldur's Gate tomorrow instead. Yeah, I was not planning on blueprints today, but it's actually kind of a weird run so far. Yeah, take the Nook. Coupon book, okay. Yeah. Everything's good. Just, wasn't ready to come back yet. Cool. So we got this going on. And we got the pump room. This will dead end it. It's worth doing this, I think, because I just want to reservoir. Okay. Let me find the photo. Don't gotta wait. Hope Laura gets here. It'll be like yesterday. Yeah, I'm hoping Laura will be free as well. It is generally, it is the general Brunk Hollow time. So maybe although it's also the holidays, so maybe the people who would normally be watching Brunk Hollow or Lowbrass, how you doing? Maybe we get lots of stuff done. I think it's very possible. It's very possible we get a lot done. I'm just gonna look real quick for the picture that shows me. I want to fill the reservoir back up to halfway. I need to check how many notches. I think it's 7 notches of water is where I want to leave it at. But we don't need the reservoir to be empty anymore, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to drain the pool. And maybe the aquarium? I don't know. Let's see if I can find... Man, we did this so long ago. Not that far back, though. Where did... No, maybe it was. Right, because we stopped... We basically started Baldur's Gate when we stopped. Yeah, there we go. So, okay. I wish I could just screen share my phone when I'm looking through things. Okay, well, there's all the stuff in my play. I don't think we were playing before the play even went up. Yeah, okay, so it's sometime after that. Where's this? The photo of the wall. Here it is. 6. Okay, I want it to have 6 notches. Everyone doing well and you all? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh god, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. So let's drain the pool. Pool is going... Well, he goes out to here. Wrong way. It's kind of funny how it actually happens automatically. We don't see it gradually happen. That did 4. I need to find a way to get... Oh, man. This is where the boiler would actually be really helpful. I think I can only pull from that. I'm not cursed anymore, right? I am not. Yeah, Lobras, how are you doing? Has anything new happened? The aquarium can also only go into this tank. I wish there was a way to just move water from... I mean, there is. What the answer is to... And then we switch it over and we put that water into that tank. It is actually, Now, does it need to be... Can I open this here? No, I need to... God damn it. I need to take it literally all the way down. I can't open it in fucking waist-high water. So maybe I can't leave the pool permanently drained. Alright, so what we're gonna do... Let's see. Okay. It'd actually be good to get some keys back. Keycard, not bad, honestly. I think that was worth the 2 keys. I just need to, you know, do better. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill the pool back up. We're just going to switch between these. Katara is having a blast. Oh, man. It's weird. It feels to me like the break is almost over. But I have like a whole other week. Like, I feel like... Right? Don't I have a whole other week? Wait. Yeah, I have a whole other week. I literally have a full week of stuff to do, but I feel like... I feel like I'm panicking like I need to go back to work like tomorrow. And I get that tomorrow is Monday, but... I don't know, for whatever reason, it's just not clicking. That's where I want it at, yeah. Fill the pool back up. And then... I think I want to drain the aquarium. I think I want to do that. I don't know what the point of getting water out of the kitchen to the greenhouse is. There might not be a point. Once it hits tomorrow, you'll be fine? Yeah, most likely. Alright, so what we're going to do, actually, is trade this over. And we're going to see what happens when the aquarium is drained, because Avery's not here and she can't stop me. I need to know what happens to these fish. This is purely for science. You must understand. I don't even necessarily... I don't even, like, want to do this, but it has to be done. We need to know. Okay. If you do... Get a mace to break glass. That'd be interesting. I wonder if I could do that. They haven't communicated being able to do that, just in case you can. Well, I gotta get the armory first, right? Which I want to do anyways. Getting the sauna would be good. I guess we pull a sauna and just make sure we get a bunch of steps tomorrow. There's car keys in here. That's something. I have the trading post, so I can actually run out and swap those car keys for something I can actually use. That'd be nice. And actually, once we get back to security, I'm gonna turn the security back up on high. Since we have a key card now. Yeah, if we can get the armory, I want to get everything out of the armory again. Because, like, generally speaking, like, we're in a good fucking spot. Money-wise. Just knowing that the bookstore is done. I just don't have to do bookstore anymore. That's really lovely. I hate books. Do storeroom. It's been a weird run so far, but that's okay. We're kind of just doing... This is largely like a convenience. A convenience run? Excuse me. CCAM tape 2-3. Is this not actually a thing? It looked like a thing to me. Those aren't stacked in any way. That's actually... Why is it CCAM 2-3? Are those numbers going to mean something? And green memos, or just it depends. CCAM tape 2-3. That's also CCAM tape. BCAM tape 4-3. A-cam, B-cam. Okay, so there's just a lot of these. I don't know. It's actually interesting that I can't look at them. Well, I'll start drawing from the other side. We have a key card, so I can do the foundation trick, if nothing else. Courtyard is very worth it, actually, just because we will get our gems back. Sledgehammer's pretty sick. Chat more about eating dinner so hard to type and eat. Totally understand. No worries, dude. Always worth pulling observatory. Let's get these stars up. See what kind of stuff they give us. We're at the point, like, we usually get such good payoff from these stars now. That emerges would be more common. Oh! Does the sale do the armory? Probably not. No, it doesn't. That's fine. Did flowers magically grow here? No. So, okay, good to know that the flower thing only applies to rooms I haven't drawn yet. See if we can get the freezer. Or see if we can get the sauna. Not sauna. The furnace. Folks. 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 It's heating up. Is this gonna clear? I mean, the furnace is right by it. It cannot get it cannot possibly get warmer than this. Oh, there's a pawn in here. I should write that down at this point notes just in case. I might have already had this, but I don't know if I could see he was here before. I cannot believe that shit got called like that. That was actually nuts. Okay, I did have that pawn written down. Okay, let's grab. Oh god, I'm stuttering like crazy. Gems. What do you mean you're not? Oh, but this is open. Upgrade disk. That's huge. The network servers are finally out of cold storage. I got an admin key. It's Denny Ravane, Rava D. Oh my god, we can get into the admin. We can do the admin. We can get into the grotto now. Network servers are finally out of cold storage, or at least as many as we could fit into the surrounding walls of the grotto off of the East Drive. The last few days have been very busy, but I'm glad I was able to take a short break from gardening to help Randolph install the network. It was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We decided that we were going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. Rava D. This feels like something, right? Doesn't this feel like something? It's got a very domino vibe to it. I don't know entirely what it means currently, but I got a photo of that because I think that's going to come up. This looks like a puzzle. That's the same thing? That's the exact same thing. Maybe it's not a puzzle. Maybe that is just the texture they use for servers. The tech room has one panel turned off. You think it's this? They're the exact same though, right? They are. Okay, well, we'll check it. Because we gotta go outside anyways. Now, I'm fascinated with, like, do I need the sauna to also be here? Because the furnace cannot get closer to the freezer than this. Do I need to have the sauna and the freezer in order to thaw it out? Okay, this doesn't need anything. Is there anything else in here? I like that this getting thawed led to a special song. Unless this is just like the freezer song and I'm not used to hearing it. Okay, so we're gonna go check the grotto. And then we're going to go through the elevator and continue drawing rooms from continue drawing rooms from the foundation. We have lost a lot of steps already, but honestly not a terrible amount because we'll barely use steps outside. Holy shit, dude. Okay, that's one of the goals we had. I didn't think we were going to get to that as quickly as we did, but luck favored us. So maybe this will give us some kind of... Okay. So they are... So this guy's off. But is that something we gotta do? I mean, I guess the first thing is we should log into the computer. Oh, god damn it. Well, he got fired, right? So maybe we just need the key of somebody that still works here. Is it HS or HB? Who was hired to replace him? I don't remember the names. You know the sad thing? The names of like everybody that's worked here is in... Avery has those notes in her Remarkable. Okay. But what that did though is it did give us the... it gave us like the formula for how they make the admin keys, I'm assuming. So now I just need to figure out whose name to apply that to. Parlor data. But I'm done with the parlor. Wow. Funeral parlor is actually nuts. I'm most interested in funeral parlor, though. Yeah. Here's the thing, because I don't really need to pull the parlor anymore. So if I'm in a situation where I really don't want it, I'll just, I'll just avoid it. How is my phone's tweeting at me? Somehow it opened Finch on my... How did that happen? Okay. Red Room runtime, I think. I wonder if there is something that you get for doing like every Red Room in a run. Oh, it's not his full last name, is it? It wasn't Ravain D, it was Reva D. Right? So maybe it's probably like Bab A. Instead of Babbage A. It's the first 4 letters of your last name. And then your first initial. That's probably what it is, actually. And I bet Anne would have access. Oh, he dropped the name of another guy in that letter, too. Plus 3 additional delisted admin keys. Most trusted room laboratory. Lead lab technician for Cinca. Set up estate terminals in Blackbridge network. Assistant lab technician. Recent trust from Cinca. Former executive assistant to H.S. Sinclair. Trusted with full admin privileges. The Baron's valet for 20 years, substituting for Mr. Moore until we find a suitable assistant admin. Terminated March 1992 for suspicion of blackmail and not watering the plants. 2 equally bad crimes. '8193. So he's not been logging in for a while either. He logged in a month later. She hasn't logged in a long time. Author of all personnel notes. So let's try and log in as... I can just do this. Okay. Is there any reason not to have timeout set to a month? Oh man, I just... Inbound, outbound connections. Okay, so there's all sorts of... Email outside of local network have been temporarily disabled. Okay, but I've enabled email for all the other terminals. Admin logs. The last cables have finally been laid, and the office terminal has been connected to the central network. Given the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we chose to install the server outside of the house to maintain connection stability at all times. That makes sense. A small cavern off of the eastern drive was selected for the server site. All remaining computer terminals on the estate are now connected to the network mainframe, and we will now begin testing remote access capabilities between them. I've also asked the Baron to come up with a name for the network. After some deliberation, our network has been named Blackbridge, a somewhat ominous name for the project given the legend from which the term derives. That's the book that we ordered, though very fitting considering we chose an actual cave to house the mainframe. I only hope that our servers do not suffer that same fate that befell those in the story. Regular maintenance report. Fixed a connection error that was occurring between the office and security terminal. We've also added electronic mail capabilities to each terminal that can be accessed via the network. Recording capabilities of all cameras on the estate have been disabled. Additionally, the existing video playback functionality on the security terminal has also been removed. There is a video playback functionality, but it's been removed, but it was there. And cameras can't record anymore, but they used to. There's deleted logs. Oh, they deleted a lot. As requested yesterday, a new admin key were created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with our typical length formatting. Effective immediately, all electronic mail capabilities have been restricted and can now only be accessed via the office terminal. All other terminal inboxes have been archived and can only be restored via admin control. Temporary access to the mainframe in Blackbridge Grotto has been restored to perform routine maintenance. Temporary access to the mainframe in Blackbridge Grotto has been restored. So, updated access privileges for the following account types. Admin access, full access to all features. Personnel access, access to user database. Archive access, full access plus access to archived admin logs and deleted database entries. So we want to find archive access from someone. RTA is down while we work on a solution to, so that's remote terminal access, to reported terminal connection failures. RTA is working again. Terminal connections tested and confirmed functional. To make future testing easier, added ability to access offline terminals through the RTA when Blackbridge is open. Per request, one temporary admin key has been added to the network, RuoTH. Admin key deactivated a month later. One new admin key has been added to the network, Tong K. Welcome to the team. Added new data management features to Blackbridge admin control. Changing of the guard. In preparation for Simon's arrival, inbound and outbound messages, as well as off-site connections from outside the estate, have been disabled per the instructions left by the Baron himself. Fascinating. So that's how... Because I was wondering, because they got trophies for, like, get to room 48 in, or room 46, get to room 46 in one run, or like in under an hour. I'm like, how am I supposed to get that on this file now? So this is how I can just import the trophies. I can start these I can start other files to do the special challenges like that, and then just import the trophies here. Okay, so this is literally, this lets me mess with save files. That's cool. Archive. Just gotta figure out who would do the archive. They were totally trying to... They're definitely trying to hint at oh my god, no, come on, do the... They're trying to hint at who the archive person is. It's the, where is it? Requested yesterday, new admin key created, though the requested name doesn't quite fit with their typical link formatting. Who? August 24th, 1987. Something happened. So if I can find what's special about that date, I can probably figure out who they were asking for an admin key for. Fascinating. Man, we're running low on steps. But there's nothing to do but go up through the basement and see if we can get some extra stuff done today. I need to figure out, I don't understand how the, go to the trade house now? For car keys? I don't know what items I want right now, I guess is the thing. I'd rather save the steps. I'm really hoping that I can have the steps to go back there once I have like the flame starter from the big thing is I really want the I really want the armory. I think the time to do it would have been before I came down here, but now it would cost extra steps to go back and do that. I have a couple keys on me, right? Did I get a shovel? I did not. I have a hammer. Solarium is solid, but also the kitchen will let me get food. Stuff's on sale, so I might as well. Man, going through steps quickly. Why are these... Oh, because dead end rooms because of the furnace. Or is it... No. Why are they shaking? I think it just must be because of the furnace. Well, let's find out what happened to the fish. Well, the fish don't seem dead. That's not an envelope, is it? No. No. Wait a minute. It's telling me to look here in the archives. That arrow. You think the fish are safely in the tanks? They're just in the storage tank in the pump room right now. Just chilling. Okay. So there's something in the archive, and I need to look for that. Now this is supposed to represent a room as well. I think this is Her Ladyship's bedchamber? I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, so that's the thing that I thought was the letter over there. So it's just a flower or decoration. That's nothing. I'm not seeing anything unusual or untoward here. There's no arrow. X under the grill. This is the patio? This is one of the green rooms. What room is this? This is a hallway. If you get a shovel, you can dig there. Maybe. I assume it would be the same every run, though. This is the laundry room. I have not gotten anything out of the laundry room, so it's very possible that there are still things to do in there. I am burning through keys. If I'm gonna do anything, I think conservatory. Get the chance to adjust. I never want bunk room, honestly. Yeah, I never want bunk room. Dining room, I do want. I think let's make that commonplace. It's got good doors. Chapel. I think making the chapel hard to get is a good thing. Maybe not. It's got good doors compared to the other red rooms. Maybe instead of common, I'll just make it standard. I think walk-in closet's a good idea. You'll need it when you want cash. That is true, and it won't be completely ungettable. Thank God for keys. And I got my gems back. Okay. Just burn through these keys immediately. Vault. Vault is fun. I'd rather have vault than anything else here. Now, if I can just come across another vault key on this run, I can get it over here. Did I make the vault more common? Or have I just been getting lucky with it popping up lately? Maybe it's just that I'm drawing it more because it doesn't cost me 3 gems the way it used to. I think I used to just not be able to afford it. Fuck me. Attic is pretty good. I think we draw attic here. Because there may be a vault key up here. I like the attic a lot. So it's 3 items, 4, 5, 6. Seven. Okay, we can start digging. 8. A lot of keys. No vault key. I think you can dig up a vault key, though. Alright, so this is about the Red Prince. Change the ending to political. I think that bracelet and that necklace. I think they're both things that are in the showroom. That red wagon is from Red Prince. I think that's kind of cool. What do you think that is? I could get all the way back here? Thank God I caught that. So this is security room. That's the screens on security. Man, so we've been up here so many times and I never realized we could go back there. That's from the clock tower. That was just there. That was just fucking there, and I've been missing it this whole time. God damn it, dude. And I have it down that there's a bishop here, right? The attic is such a cool room. This is a really good candidate for getting rid of the gem cost. Getting 8 items for free would be sick. It would make it the best dead end room, I think. Because a lot of the dead ends, it makes it better than the walk-in closet. It's already better than the regular closet. It's better than storeroom. Yeah, I think just getting rid of the gem cost here, and then if I could make it really common, that'd be sick. I think this is another one of the best candidates for the axe. Dude, I really just want to get the... Okay, I do have the bishop down here. I really want to get the armory. I really hope we draw it on this round. That's like the one thing I still want to do. Because whether it has the axe or the fire, either one is going to be useful. If we don't get either, I'm just going to run around shoveling and hope that I get another vault key. I got 2 of them on that one run. Regular key is also fine. Did I dig you? I dug you. I wish I had the shovel. Just use the silver key. This is a great place for it. The gem cost is just really rough. Let's do hallway. I can get steps. The guest bedroom also sometimes has items in it. Is this useful? Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. Just got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. Okay, so that's just a hint about the billiards. It has been so long since I've looked in this room. I am wondering if I now have information that will make this stuff like... That's really cute. Is there something here that'll have new meaning for me? Probably not. Because we drew this room all the time in the beginning. And we have not drawn archives or, you know. Fuck, man. Okay. Do we have an item that we'd really like to check at all? No, I don't want to end the run here. We do office so we can keep going. We gotta take every shot we can at, every shot we can. I don't know what payroll being issued actually does. I wonder if I can use admin keys to log into these actually. Right, this is the one place I've been able to read email. If I... I gotta find... Once I figure out how to turn data transfers on. Try it. I'll try logging out and logging back in. Okay. So this is different. It's even saying like, it's saying, oh my god, dude. I just want to try security email and see if there's stuff in there. So it looked like it wasn't a Sanctum key that was in the freezer, actually. It looked like it was a Prism key. Which, you know, bit of a bummer. But also good to, like, rule it out. But I do want to figure out how to freeze or how to thaw, like, the ice chest in there. Because there's a letter I want to read and there's a special key in there. The key I'm least interested in. Okay, this is all... Alright. I don't know what running payroll does compared to... You can redraw, right? None of that's great. Jim, let's just keep going. Dark room lets us keep going. It's very silly, but... Very rare room with no... gems? Oh. It's the bunk room that I just made very rare. Trinsdale Mystery. The Turtles of Vera. That's where I found out about the turtle travel. It's literally on a VHS they got here. There's little details like that in some of these rooms. Oh, cool. Yeah. I guess I could be wrong about it, but I'm assuming I'm onto something with it. Damn, this guy's a security door too? I just... Damn it. God damn it. Okay. Well... No armory today. Unless, is there anywhere else we can draw from? There is not. Did I have any cool ideas for other stuff I could do? I don't think so. Is there anything on this run, or is that... I think that's the run. Right, we didn't give power to the room. I do have car keys. Does this mean something more now? Small garage on the south side of Trinsdale. Or south edge of Trinsdale. I almost said Cringedale. The goods are already secured in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. I wonder if that's a... That's gotta be a, euphemism, right? They don't actually mean cat. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. So Denny Ravane was doing... Lockpicking kit, secret garden key. I didn't pull Kochek, right? So, here's my thought. I think we're probably just kind of cooked. Damn, we got all this money and nowhere to spend it. Only thing I could think is if we could run out to the trading post and see if we can trade for a vault key. Yeah, let's do that. And then dump into Chapel. I would only be able to dump a couple into Chapel. And actually, the easiest way to get back to chapel is to... I have to go right, because the house isn't actually connected. So even to get to chapel, I have to go down around this way. So let's stop in the trading post, see if maybe I can trade for a vault key. If I can get vault keys, then we're gonna fucking head up to the vault. If not, I think I'll hit the break room just so we can get a key card tomorrow. I think. So we're not going to have many steps left to actually be able to... We're going to be able to dump maybe 5 coins into chapel. Ended up being a pretty low step day. But we drew the sauna. So tomorrow's going to be a very good step day. I just want to get the fucking fire starter. When we have trading post. I want to light up... I want to light up this dynamite and see what happens. It's the only place there's been a fuse. Like, what the hell happens here? I just want to know. Alright. Yeah, keeping book for compass? Let's go. Coin purse? Sure, why not? Compass? Yeah, why not? Yeah, coin purse? Yeah, why not? Keycard? Metal detector? Yeah. Coin purse? No. Oh my god, they really don't give me a coin purse. Salt shakers, whatever. Broken lever, salt shaker. Battery pack, alright. Magnifying glass, okay. Well, we're getting really circular with this. What's more give you? What's more give me? Oh, I literally have other things. Okay. I completely missed that was there. For every die, alright. I just had so many items on me. More car keys? They're not wanting to give me much of anything. Okay. I think that's kind of it. Well, we got some shit done today. We got admin password. We thawed out the freezer. I don't know how to get it all the way down is the only thing. While we're here, I'm going to check out one thing. 2 things, really. If I log in through here, can I access new emails? Power the furnace room with the boiler room? If I had the boiler, yeah. Oh, you mean to melt the... That's smart. God, getting all 3 of those to line up is a lot. Because it gives me a key when I do that, so I think it is saying that it, like, superpowers it. Here we go. If you have any more of those red and blue memo sheets, the Baron has requested a handful of each for a new project he's working on in the clock tower. That's the one we just solved. For my part, I can't understand for the life of me why you and the Baron continually insist on confounding my staff and every other person who stumbles upon one of your colored memos. I'm not confident confusion is the best security, but it's not my department, so I'll leave it up to you and the Baron. And Babbage. Mrs. Babbage, I'd like to address one potential security vulnerability of having an antechamber lever in the weight room. As the years have gone by, the Baron's frequency of working out in this room has gone from once in a red moon to as rare as a man without self-pity. As such, we find this room mostly relegated to guest use, and given that, an antechamber lever is not only unsuited, but also poses a security risk. I advise we either remove or conceal it and install a secondary lever to control the south entrance. Okay. Sorry for the lag in reply. I'm still learning how to use this machine. Thanks for bringing this issue to our attention. This was not something I had considered, but it does seem like a reasonable suggestion, and I will discuss it with the Baron during our next meeting. I know he has expressed interest in installing secondary access levers for both redundancy and convenience, so this may be the perfect excuse to allow him to execute those plans should he still wish to do so. Stop recording. Kirk, per our last meeting, effective immediately, please suspend all security camera recordings. Live surveillance has been approved, but the Baron no longer wishes to have tape logs of activity on the estate. I know this might seem like a security risk, but I promise good reasoning is behind this seemingly unsound decision. This is from Randolph Moore. This is good to know. So if I go to terminals directly, I can find new emails. Now, what was the screen that the attic paper was like really pointing at? It's gonna be this one here. It's the office. Yeah, it's the office right there. That's the one that it was pointing at. I got the safe there, so I wonder if that's... The one in the bunker, I believe, was pointing at the... Let me check that again real quick. I think it was pointing at the Nook, which actually really surprised me. So I'm like, what am I supposed to... Should I go check out the Nook? I think we drew it. Where's the paper for it real quick? What's the thing I'm talking about? Okay, here it is. No, it's next to it. It's the archives. It says delete it, and there's a red A on it. Red A for archives? But it says delete it on the side of the thing. So, it's the archive room. Why is it pointing at the Nook there? The Nook's very close. I cannot run to the Nook and get back to the break room, though. So I will leave that for another time, because... yeah. Okay. That's interesting. "12 dead end rooms." Man, they really like read Inn of the Dead. Would have been a great day if we'd pulled Tomb. Also, would have been nice if we could actually use the freezer, but we, I think it's good that we experimented with it the way we did. And did the furnace. I think it is good that we did that so we could find those things. But knowing that we can play with the furnace, if we've got the sauna or the furnace out, that we can thaw ourselves and then go refreeze when we want to. That's a phenomenal bit of information to have. So we've got a lot of steps for today. I mean, shelter. Right? Let's look at the shelter emails. Red room. True. You really want a red room, don't you? Is it just let's pull every red room we can? Okay, here we go. All this is from Randolph. Yes, and don't worry, this communication method is fully secure. I am the only lab technician with network access and the only one who uses this terminal. I'm working to get you some more supplies, but I'm not focusing on essentials as I believe there's enough food in the shelter to last for the duration. Though I think it'd be wise if you can do a quick inventory to confirm that. It seems fun just not dealing with the downsides. That's true. And then if I get the armory, I can get the shield to also cancel it out. And if I get the breaker box, I can also cancel the gymnasium. So I could actually theoretically block 5 red rooms. In terms of area, there's not nearly as much room here as I remember from my youth. If it was just me, I wouldn't mind, but with 4 of us and the space we are going to need for planning, I don't expect this to be a sustainable situation for more than a week. A fortnight at best. This is from Marion. This is them talking about moving to the bunker. I passed the message on, and your uncle says he may have an idea for a more long-term solution, but it's going to require some doing. I'm not sure exactly what he has in mind, but this morning when I looked at today's blueprints, I saw he had drafted the pump room, a floor plan I haven't seen used in a very long time. I have a feeling you all may be taking a boat ride shortly. Cool, so he was getting the... So this is a hint about how to get to the bunker. So it's hints for things that we've solved. Stay put. It's finally happening. We just got confirmation from our source that the Red Guard is coming tomorrow to begin their formal inquiry into the disappearance. At this point, it's going to be too risky to move you until next week at the earliest. Just hang tight for now. I don't know what we actually need anymore. Okay. It is so interesting finding clues to things that we've already solved. And I get that what it is one, I probably just solved some things ahead of time. We've observed some things that many people might have missed. But also, they need to plant multiple ways of getting information for every puzzle, I bet. I mean, let's check out the Nook, right? It's pointing at that corner. Break room. Kennel. Man, the pantry. Didn't draw phenomenal rooms, but. So it was looking like at this. I don't know why. I don't know what to expect. Let's do another math. Okay, 12 minus 11 is 1. Times 1 is 1. Times 4 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Divided by 4, we are doing 2. 1 plus 2, 3 squared is 9. Times 1, it's 18. 10 squared, 100. Minus 10, minus 70, divided by 7, it's 10. silver key. That's pretty nice. Oh, I actually should have pulled... I should have pulled the red room there because... Well, no, actually, I wouldn't want that to be one of the ones that I waste my block on because I have the key card. Second pantry? Security, actually. Let's make the, Yeah, I thought about pulling the funeral parlor, but it would have one gem in the box, you know? Also, again, like, I don't want to waste my shelter block on it, because I don't know what that would even do. Dining room. Dining room's pretty good. Archives, and it's blocked. Okay. We are looking for the file cabinet. You? Was it not in here? It really seemed like the archive should have something. This is just in general felt like a room that definitely would have something. Since the beginning, we were like, this has to be something. I do not see anything that looks like the situation that is in that aquarium photo. You got any thoughts? It is just an arrow pointing at a filing cabinet. Maybe it isn't about the archives? It certainly felt like the archives. It's definitely a red room. And this is the red room with the fucking filing cabinets in it. What are we doing here? Son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, so as we ran out of books we owned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were two of 36 names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. The no group has come forward to officially take... Alright, so work at the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffin Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author... wonder why RLCF is bold. Good point. So, I'm assuming that F is going to be front. But I don't actually know what that anagram stands for. Anagram? Abbreviation. Initialism? What's the appropriate word for this? Okay, well I wrote down RLCF. I assume the L would be liberation. I would expect it to be RCLF, honestly. Manning and White at press function. White is totally in the photos. Or Caleb Manning was definitely in the photos of them in the bunker. Acronym? Acronym. That's totally it. Yeah, not anagram, but acronym. Third permanent writing distance also been published for this week. Third major bombing. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories were written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. The 100 Bells Tea Room. And this is like 6 months later. So we know so much more now. We know that this was our mom and Caleb White and what's his name? The other guy who like wrote a note. Subdued the Royal Guard. The Royal Guard were actually helping them. Ruby crown for Rinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. I'm actually astounded that I'm not seeing more here. Oh, there's the furnace. Wow, that's actually really rough. I don't want any of these. Look back at the Vabs accrue from the computer. Cabinets. Okay. Across from the computer. Alright, I will do that. This might actually be a nurse's station situation. Let's do mage chamber. Why not? Across from the computer. Over here. They are so nondescript. They don't look like the ones in the photos. The archives do have ducts for the boiler room. Those look like the ones in the fish tank. That's totally fair. This is the only one where it is a single stack. Now, what are the odds that there's a clue in here, and if I had a magnifying glass, I could make it out. I assume that's all the service staff. Now, this makes it more likely to find items, and this thing makes it less likely to find items. So that sun hat, does this tell me who it was that lived here? Apparently not. Oh, buddy. Oh, you know what? But I was sheltered from the effects of the Mage Chamber. Wow, I am getting just non-stop red rooms. This is actually nuts. I can't make out what that is. It's very little. It's very small. Is that like a moon situation? Is that a... Oh no, it's like an indent. I think you spool yarn there. I think is what it is. Not yarn. Thread. I think you spool thread there. Okay, so you're also not going to go out, which is kind of nice. Lockpicking kit's pretty cool. I feel like there's something to specifically the photos of these ladies. There's some reason why he's trying to get... Maybe there's a photo of them somewhere else, but it specifically says that he, like... Large print of the enclosed photograph. Another print of her ladyship. And he wants a large one. So I wonder if there is a good version of that photo that just is somewhere. There's the boiler room. God damn it. Do we want the boiler for anything? Is there anything we actually need the boiler for? Sorry to waste 2 steps. You didn't waste anything. Like we're exploring. Like we're searching right now. That's the stage that we're in at the moment. We don't have anything super concrete to follow. Do we actually want to power anything with the boiler or no? I guess we could see if we pull the furnace. And then if we do, then we hope to God we can pull the freezer. Maybe that's worth it. Send the energy out that way. Turn this guy around. God knows we're getting red rooms every other goddamn moment, so... Usually the classroom is like glowing despite it not being a oh, we don't have the... God damn it. It's very funny that I keep finding gold in the chapel. Yeah, Den. Get that gem. just to have a room that functions. I wonder if there's going to be a time where we have to be cursed. Oh my god. It's burning through keys. Pull pantry. Pool? Try to get... I mean, pool is just good. I don't have any of the rooms that would let me unfreeze, so not currently interested. I mean, it is so funny. The rest of the room is like very normal, and then this. Roberta Sinclair, Burnabout Hawley, 1920-1993. To the dreams I keep, to the schemes I cling, to my task, let it last, let it sleep. To the friends I made, to the ends I braved, of the past, let it last, let it sleep. To the steps I laid, just to call it a day, one last draft, let it last, let it sleep. To my soul bequest, to the last roll left, oh my mask, let it last, let me sleep. This might just be world building, but I think there's a strong chance this is. The fact that this L is capitalized is interesting. It is so funny that this place is exceedingly normal, and then there's just a fucking huge coffin. A statement with an odd number of words is always true. The gems are in the box with the most words. False statements have less than 6 words. That's not true. This box has gems. If we assume that the top is true, so that's true, that's false. This is false. Statement with an odd number of words is always true. The gems are in the box with the most words. Yikes, dude. Okay, so after you get the trophy, the parlor actually goes fucking nuts, really, is what it is. Like, these have notably gotten a lot harder. So, let's say we reverse this, and false statements... So maybe it's true statements have less than 6 words. And that is true. So, false on top, true on bottom. This makes you true. You can get so many gems. If I solve this, if I don't, I'm gonna get shot in the foot. I'm not gonna be able to walk around anymore. I'm gonna have to call it a day early. What was it, 30 steps? 30 steps. A statement with an odd number of words is always true. The gems are in the box with the most words. If these are both fully false, at least one box which displays only false statements, and one which is only true statements. So these can't both be mixed. So if this guy's mixed, this guy has to be full false. And the gems will be in the box with the least words. A statement with an odd number of words is always true. That just has to be false. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Fuck it. Oh, baby. Oh my god. Oh my god. Being pump room lets me keep going. I don't think I actually need the aquarium drained anymore, is the thing. Is there any point in draining something else? I cannot have... How many are on the pool? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Man, if I had only... If I got this thing powered again, I could put 1 in here. I could have the pool permanently drained. Here. I'm going to... I'm gonna just fill the aquarium up and then drain the pool as much as we can. We'll keep the reservoir at boat level. I don't think there's any reason to keep the aquarium drained. I think we saw what that does. Now for the pool... The fish live. They certainly do. It would be really funny if you could just see the fish swimming around in here. I wish that was the case. I'm sorry this is taking so much time, but this is what we have to do. I want to make this thing work. Oh, man. I should just pull observatory here. Just do it, get the star. Fish to pool. That is everything I can do at the moment. And then it's... Then from here, it's just waiting for the auxiliary. Is that the only dirt here? It's the only dirt here. Yeah, I'm just going to kick this guy real quick. 1 away from 50. Or 2. Lots of diamonds. Lots of diamonds. I got 6 dudes out of this. Man, this room is just paying off more and more over time. I'm really glad I committed to the observatory as early as I did. I love stars. Definitely one of my favorite things in the game. I'm just gonna go up through the pool. Get the banana. you don't have the... Yeah, you don't. But you're the only way we can keep going, so let's do it. Yeah, he doesn't have the... He'll make it easier to get the thing that has the grill on it, though. And we have a shovel. Nice. Nice rock. Nice rock. Courtyard is good. Making a D&D world for a possible campaign, and stars are going to be a big thing with it, at least so far. I think they're just... Stars are just generally... Wow, there's a lot of items in here. Stars, I think, are just generally very compelling from a world-building standpoint. There's a lot of cool... there's a lot of stuff in this game when it comes to world building that I love conceptually for making things like a D&D world. I love the way that the crest stuff works. I love we can check lab emails. We should do that. I love the idea of the crest, of it being like, you know, is this a showing that it's a military society and stuff like that. Like, everything they've done with differentiating these countries, I think is just very, very cool. I thought about the kennel. You know, we looked at the puppies 2 days ago or something. It doesn't do much. But also, like, I wanted to check these emails. I know, I'm sorry. If we get the kennel again, we will run it. I mean, permanently boosting your allowance is just very good. Now we're going to read the lab emails. Here's the freezer. Randolph, as I know you've been conducting temperature-related experiments this past week, I've tried my best to avoid accessing my frozen stock during your normal working hours. However, on Friday, I was making my famous black truffle pizza and had to visit the freezer for a few ingredients. I hope I didn't mess anything up. Chef, please don't worry too much about freezer access. The experiments we are doing aren't very sensitive, and they are already accounting for normal variations due to expected use in staff traffic. However, surprisingly, we did see a major temperature rise on Friday, which I believe may be related not to your freezer visit, but to the use of furnace in close proximity. In the future, you should try to draft that a bit further away, as the temperature rise from drafting that room has a major effect on temperature in the house, and even more so in rooms in close proximity to it. So just having it in the house does do something, but when you put it right next to it, which we already know. Baron Sinclair. As we discussed in our meeting earlier this week, we will be sealing off the entrance to the Blackbridge server this week, as well as archiving all our electronic mailboxes and locking access. I'm not sure just how tech-savvy we expect the Red Guard to be, but there's more than enough data on our servers that these extra precautions are, in my opinion, the very minimum measures that we should be considering, given the likelihood of an investigation next month. So this is because of the shit that our mom's up to. Lock it down, lock it all down. Who was it that wrote this? It's Randolph Moore. Okay, the guy that we've been using. Okay. Fascinating. God, the weight room is really gonna hurt. I shouldn't do that. We just get Closet out of here and just get this out of the fucking pool, because I would love for that to show up in the conservatory so I can make it rare. I almost never want to draw the closet. No, we have used up our shelter for the red rooms at this point, so I did not want to get hit with that massive step loss. Oh, I have a lockpick kit. Right, I need to be spending gems when I can because that raises my allowance. Library. Totally worth it to run library. Let's get into this book. Money. Money on the ground. Arindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, nor commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands that it once encompassed. And many of the elder generation in hushed circles still refer to themselves as Arindians. Yet we must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders who enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for the generations yet to come. Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king of Arindia, whose name, Orus, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Orus was known, before his coronation, as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Orus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Orus, and by the end of the 1st century, the black banners of Arindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry, along every thoroughfare, from Orus all the way to the western banks. A new kingdom was born. I should just photograph these books as well. Second Era. It was the 4th king of Arindia who split his vast domain in 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Arinda Ares, after the angelic paragon of royalty, Arinda. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Archares, the land of the northern storms. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than the eldest brother's lot. That's their weather for the sanctum? Yeah. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern region of Araja, the mystical realm of the ancestors, a land steeped in tradition, magic, and the poetry of the old tongue. So yeah, they're a poetic society. Third Era. As the Second Era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite these differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives, and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the Third Era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Archares to the southern shores of Araja. This book is the best? Yeah, I think these last 3 books that we bought are going to be huge. This development facilitated travel and commerce between the 3 realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for the promise of a prosperous and bright future. A promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. Fourth Era. This is where things started getting heavily redacted, from what I remember. As the kingdom of Arinda Ares entered the 4th Era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. King Desolates III was a king who listened to the voices of all his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who often was seen among the people, eating, drinking, and conversing. A sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarcely believe that they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Desolates was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore a surprise to no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Orus, leaving castle and court behind. So Reddington was the first capital, then Orus became the capital. The people were overjoyed. Secluded mountains of Reddington. People were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare. Yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station, and were wary of how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent, which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. So this is where the war starts coming from. It's the people from Fen, because then it became Fen Ares. Era of Ruin. After the passing of King Desolates III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters, due to the fact that Desolates IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from their frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed through the city's streets, stained in red. Man, okay, so the brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. So Nuance did participate. It's Araja that didn't. Nuance has the airships and is green. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. This is what that note is about. This guy right here. So it's like, leave House Sinclair, leave House Epson. Forget your something country. Towards Araja, Oris's new future. Wasn't there a thing about South? Yeah, we had ISS, we had INN. The current era. Today, the realm is inherited by the 3 Fen Ares, which is what Arinda Ares became. Arch Ares and Araja once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realm serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past. And as those trees continue to grow, so do our hopes for a common future. A future where we are not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us, a land that we each call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land that sprung forth the greatest empire the world has ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. This land is, after all that has happened, still Arindia. Okay. So we got a lot of details there about how long things lasted. So the Fifth Era lasted 22 years because it was the War of the Fifth Era. And I think Prince Learson was the first... So he was the first monarch of Fen Ares, basically. This was huge for the Sanctum puzzles. I think so. I think knowing that there's... So I'm assuming that they probably still have railroads then in Arch Ares. Ooh, hello. Oh, yeah, we're swimming in it, dude. I really hope we get the armory. Right, so we cut ourselves off by doing that, but I think it was worth it. Maybe if nothing else, we will head down to the crests and see if we can do more now that we've seen that. And then next time we do the library, we can ask for another one of the books, and then the time after that, we can read that book. So. Okay, we're doing pretty well in terms of supplies. Like, we've got a lot of resources, and we're actually doing really well with steps, too. We could do the northern guys today. Very possible. If it truly is railroad, that should go a long way. Rumpus Room. We haven't had that in a minute. We should do Rumpus. Yeah, I think the thing is, I did not try railways with them. I was concerned. I was like positive that it wasn't going to be railways. So now I feel like a right jackass. So if we try it for Passageway for more gold, but I get gold from Rumpus Room, not from Passageway. Rumpus Room didn't cost money; it gave me money. Okay. The Rumpus Room comes up so rarely. I just like. I want to try and get these. Allowance Form Lab. Oh. Well, I'll still be able to spend plenty of gems. That's Arinda? That's not Arinda.
A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths.
That's a completely different.
Walking in the footsteps of the past. Wandering. And waiting. Searching for a shadow that will never be cast. Longing for the day to end. The hours
This must be a train station.
to pass. What you have heard here
Yeah, all of these have been like a little creepy, but interesting.
by the great
I'm not sure that I ever know exactly what to take from them right away.
the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
It's so interesting how rare the Rumpus Room comes up. I wonder if it doesn't rejoin the pool until a certain amount of time has passed or something. Because we felt like we got them back to back. The first couple days we played, we were constantly getting Rumpus Room. Chamber of Mirrors is pretty cool. Oh, but I won't be able to go around, so I really shouldn't. None of these seem very cool. I mean, there's Vault, but like, I think Gym is better in this case. Do I have any other tomorrow rooms? Got at least one. Getting keys for tomorrow wouldn't be a bad idea. None of these seems great. None of these really seems great. Locker room, I'll have, you know, a bunch of keys to open. I don't think the clock tower will do anything for me. Gallery, I'll get gems and things. Yes, we do that, at least. This was a cool fucking day. I loved doing this. I'm like not pulling high cost rooms like at all currently, which is kind of annoying because I actually want them right now. Allowance is 35. I would love to get it up again. These guys are all fine. That must not be from a red room. Conservatory. I wonder if to really fuck up the freezer. Green apple. Is there any reason to have the lavatory? It just seems like a completely bullshit room. It's just a dead end. I don't think I ever want the lavatory. Foyer. Get that allowance. It's a shit room. Literally, yeah. It's in the name. Alright, I'm glad we were thinking alike. Do we have anything we'd want to code check? Let's get a code check just in case we come across an item that we want to keep. So we're going to keep drawing from here anyways. God, I wish I could rotate you. There's the armory. There's the axe. Look at that Morning Star. We don't need the shield at this point. I'll save that money. Room directory. Attic? We fuck up the attic? Where's the attic? Did I miss it? There's a lot of rooms here. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We will grab the shield, because what else am I going to spend this money on? And, what else will I spend the money on? And also, fucking... Well, that's that. Maybe I will pull the weight room at some point. There's one place we can draw from. So we might as well go do it, right? I don't think I've gotten a single die today. Yeah, there's literally one place we can draw, so let's just go do that. Backgammon. Okay. To get there... Okay, we go straight through. I know I've said it several times. I do really wish I could, just permanently have my little map up Freezer is nutty here, actually. Holding all those gems is nutty. Also, this lets us test. This lets us test. Okay, so having the sauna in the house is not making the temperature go up. So that's good. What does it say? Not for staff use. Master Sinclair's personal freezer. Alright. I have a break room, don't I? I do. I'm gonna go down to the break room. And we'll call it a day there. I don't think there's anything else to do. We're protected from this. Okay, so we knocked some stuff off the list today. I didn't even do any of the I didn't need any of the food from the dining room today. I didn't even use the lunchbox. There's definitely something in this room, right? Like there's no way there's not, but I just don't know. I don't know what it is or what to do. Literally, security. It's looking at that corner. It's looking at this. Code check this. Oh God, you're right. I should be code checking. It is true. It could be that I need to run power into the... Wait, I can do this. I can do that. Hang on a second. Eating chips and drinking whiskey in Odysseus' life. Hey, Deputy, how you doing? We're going sicko mode over here, frankly. Alright. I'm gonna eat this food real quick because I think now we're actually suddenly gonna be moving around the house more. So let's go ahead and do this. Better not to have whiskey. How are you doing? So you're a whiskey guy. I'm doing pretty good. I don't have whiskey, but... C'est la vie. Actually, I think I do have whiskey. No, it's bourbon. I mean, bourbon's... whatever. You're an alcohol guy. Big difference. You just drink whatever. Let's check the archive and then... What's this game about? Oh man, how do I even explain this? Your uncle dies and leaves you this mansion where the rooms all change every day. And it's a puzzle game. There's just a ton of shit in it. Like I've been playing. How many hours do I have in it at this point? 40. I've got almost 50 hours in it, and I feel like there's still a bunch of stuff where I've barely scratched the surface. And a lot of it is you're uncovering a lot of details, a lot of political intrigue, and all that, and just kind of finding secrets. It's a lot of environmental puzzles, a lot of different kinds of puzzles, honestly. It's a lot easier for me to do 50 hours of Overwatch comp than 50 hours of story-rich single-player game. You're gonna hate this. I started playing Overwatch again, like literally 2 days ago. I just booted it up to see, like, how I'd feel. You saw me on quick play? Oh god. You teaching the Huz? Oh man, I don't even know what you mean. I gotta be honest. You've lost me. haven't been exposed to. Are you too old for huz? I think I am. I'm assuming it's short for husband, but I don't know. It's new gen slang for hose? Why? Why do you need that? I guess is my question. What are you going to do with that? Just to the shield. To be unique from other generations? I don't know. It doesn't... I guess I just don't know what wasn't working. What wasn't working with hose. Thank you for the sub, Deputy. Jesus Christ. I haven't heard that sound in... Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, how has your holidays been going? I guess the last time I saw you was before Christmas. Wrong way. Saw that family I haven't seen in a while. That's nice. Assuming you get along with them. What are we doing? We're going up through Boiler. How's your Christmas? Nice. It was very low-key. Very chill. And then, yeah. Kept it pretty simple. So we've got power and security. Does that do anything? I don't think so. No power ducts there. Wow, I'm getting there's a bunch of emergency vehicles outside. Cover my car repairs? Why do you need car repairs? Do you have the patio? Maybe try digging under the grill. I do not have the patio, unfortunately. It did not come up today. My car started leaking gas the day after Christmas? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I completely missed that. Alright, well that's really unfortunate. How much is it going to cost you to get it fixed? Don't call me Unk. I'm not that, but I am that much older than you. But don't call me Unk, please. I don't need to know. I don't need to be reminded. I'm so glad I don't got to worry about cars, frankly. Just the stress of it. Garden jigsaw house? It's more defined by the green rooms than the red rooms? What are you talking about? You're the Funkle? How do you see the hubs without a car? Public transportation, dude. I can go wherever I want. I went up to Astoria today to help with a friend's cat. You know? I traveled several miles without driving at all. Yeah, I'm in NYC. I've been in New York City since I was 18. 49 stars. Next time we pull Observatory, we hit 50. Why am I getting frame stutters? What is going on? I'm getting, like, pretty bad frame stutters. Not mixing up previous teammates. I got too many. Yeah, you did a lot more than... I mean, you were there for literally all of the team play Overwatch that I did. That was, like, all I did was just that. So hearing you talk about all the other teams that you did... Yeah, you're thinking Shrine. You think Shrine, and then I dump 59 gold into it. We do all 59 gold and just see what happens. And then we take it all back and get the biggest curse of my life. 2018, 2024 is great. You kept playing up through 2024? I'm gonna have to click so goddamn much. I wonder if they're gonna have an upper limit. Okay, well, they've stopped showing... Don't get cursed. Alright, what happens if I put in 59 gold? I don't think this one's that cool, actually. I rarely need more food. Were you literally you weren't literally scrimming every day, though, right? Like, every day is way too much. At least 5 days a week? That's exhausting. Did you still enjoy it the whole time? I mean, I guess you're still playing. So are you just not doing team play at all anymore? Or... Like, you're clearly still playing. In like any of your teammates? You still play ranked? What are you at? I mean, dude. Never do Overwatch that much. I like good metal health. Yeah. I mean, look. I was definitely a lot happier once I stopped. But, like... There was a period of time where it was really nice. You've only been playing 6v6? I've mostly been playing 6v6 as well. It is very funny how much better 6v6 just is. This is where the grill is. Okay, so we just gotta go. Yeah, we just gotta go find a shovel. Which, do you have a shovel today? They have a shovel today. If I can get 6 annual Maid's Day sale, day 20 and 21. I think I like 66 better casually. If I want to scrim again, I'd want 5v5. Well, is that just because that's where the Isn't that just because that's what competitive is now? Like that's what team play would be. Because I don't know. I feel like the game just got notably worse with 5v5. Observatory. 5v5 gives me more perks than 66 did. We spend stars to draw new floor plans? Oh. I don't want to do that, though. You consider a good off tank if you could eat shit as D.Va. Yeah, but that's like... I don't know. Is D.Va still the off tank that everybody wants? Was D.Va ever not meta? Like, was there ever... I know that there were times, like, you know, there was double shield. But was there ever a time where people were just like, D.Va is dog shit. Like, just do not run D.Va. Because I think she was, like, always viable. Well, I guess because dive was always viable, right? I guess not during GOATs. Not during the initial Brig era. Not during double shield either, I guess, really. The only time she wasn't meta was double shield? Okay. Because she just couldn't really do anything. Double Shield was worse than Goats. I will defend that position. I think that I think locking 222 led to more oppressive metas than when it was open. It was easier to actually run counterplay to Goats because you had so much more flexibility. Once they made it 222, you lost so much flexibility. Don't bring Brig into this. Don't even say her name. Okay, so you are familiar. You are familiar with Overwatch then. Can you get a tally of how much it would cost to buy this place out? 190. So to buy this place out, it's 190. To the items in your inventory. That's pretty cool. Master key opens all normal doors. That's wild, actually. Emerald bracelet. You do not have to pay the gem cost of floor plans. That gets less useful over time. Silver spoon. Whenever you gain steps from eating, gain twice as many steps. Also not that great. You've played a lot? Oh, man. You love Double Shield. You play Sigma every day. That's fair. That's because you like playing Sigma, though. Yeah, that's because you liked... That's because you like Sigma. But I think in terms of... If we're talking about oppressive metas, I think Double Shield was a lot more oppressive than Goats was. And I think from there on, every time the meta shifted, it just didn't feel as good. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun that first Open Division tournament we played when Goats was meta. Oh god, the armory. But we threw everything into... We threw away all of our money. The first Open Division tournament we did when we were running quad DPS and ball, and it was like quad DPS, ball, and mercy. That was some of the most fun I've ever had with the game. And we beat several Goats teams. Granted, you know, we weren't at like a professional level, so it wasn't Goats being done to its fullest. But this shit was fire. Full capping Dorado with Ball Bastion. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like there was more potential to the game. I don't think they had to do 222 to stop Goats. I think the issue was... I don't think that actually fixed the problem. Took them too long to solve Goats. Yeah, but again, like I think the solution they came up with was worse for the game. And I think that's what put it in its death spiral, kind of. Because I think from there, once you locked in metas like that, it's just like, all right, what are we doing? Like what do we do here? Because now the game is nothing but like you now like have to be playing meta constantly. Like every meta genuinely is. Like whatever the best 2-2-2 setup is, that just is the best comp. You removed all possibility. I mean, you can't do any of the shit that isn't 2-2-2. That's really what it is. Warwick teams were starting to play triple DPS 50% of the time. Yeah. That's my thing. I don't think Goats was a really serious balance issue, but I don't think the way they went about fixing it was the right way, and I think it was really bad for the long-term health of the game. Warlock's better for casual ranks, but worse for professional play. Yeah, I totally get behind it just like absolutely sucking ass to, you know, have teammates where it's like, oh man, like literally we're getting just like 5 DPS. Like nobody will play anything other than DPS, and that just blows. So for casual play, I 100% agree. 26, 36, minus 2, 34. Oh, no, wait, we're here. 36 divided by 3, 12 to 21 minus 2, 19. I'm happy I no longer queue into comp games where I have 5 DPS. True. Here's the thing, though. I've been playing the non-roll queue. In quick play, I've been doing 6v6. And I've been very surprised. I haven't had a single game where it has been nothing but DPS. And I've been really happy about that. Like, we usually end up in some form of 2v2. More often we'll end up with... I guess not even more often, but... We will generally be either 2-2-2 or 1 tank and 3 DPS and a support. But we're like never having those issues anymore. Just me anecdotally. Let's do a new clue. It's better to just not play a game if you're not a support, as if you do, you feed ult for the other team. Marvel Rivals right now is not in a great spot, as your ult does not matter unless you're a support. Oh. I've never played Rivals. I installed it, and then, truth be told, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get into another Overwatch situation, so I just never actually ended up playing Marvel Rivals. I saw everybody was playing it for a bit, but then they haven't been recently. Yeah, we can go get the shovel. It's just so far away. Rivals is kind of shit. Every ult is basically Zen ult. So it sounds like they also haven't made a very balanced game. It's interesting you can specifically hear your steps a lot more in the ballroom. God damn, dude. Two or three trank ults every... It's just the supports, though. Imagine if both teams had a trank every fight. That is still just one of the best ults. The toughest thing about getting back into Overwatch right now has been that, yeah, there's like 6 characters I've never seen before, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. I'm really curious what's in the drafting studio. Like, now that I've drafted everything, what happens here? Nothing. This room is just useless now. My frame rate is just sucking ass. By Vendetta being worse, do you mean she's busted? Because fucking everybody is playing her? But I don't know if it's because she's good or what. There we go. My guy. My guy, that's it. That's what it's telling us. This lets us open that file cabinet we were looking at. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, holy shit. I got a rock. I haven't pulled archives. We need to go pull archives. You check laundry as it was in the fish tank. But yeah, but it didn't have any It didn't have any markings on it, though. The thing is here, like, the two ones that had markings were the patio with the X, and then the archives that had the fucking I just want. Oh, fuck me, dude. My guy, please just give me. I'm gonna grab this guy because worst case scenario, what I can do is, if we get a coat check, I can coat check him. Armory doesn't have the ducks, does it? Probably doesn't. Storm will let me keep drawing later. Let's do this. 60% win rate in every mode in ranked. Yeah, she seems very busted. It seems like they basically made a Genji who does a lot more damage. And, like, lower skill, higher payoff Genji is a bad idea to put in that game. It's just from what I've seen so far. Should have played for the first month Hazard's release. You'd ripped your pubes out one by one with a nail clipper while listening to the Holy Bible in Chinese on 328% volume off of speakers with a busted bass system. Hazard is the guy that throws the spiky walls. I've seen him get played a couple times. I don't understand what his deal is. I haven't seen enough of him. Sloppy Jim. Jim's Rejoice. This absolute mess of a sandwich. Jim's Rejoice. This absolute mess of a sandwich is dripping with melted cheese and our house-made Sloppy Jim barbecue mixture, served with a pickle slices and a gem for extra crunch. Talking release break levels of busted. That's what was so bad about it. I have a word for that impression. Hell yeah. Okay, getting the lockpick kit is actually huge. He did high damage, had high damage resistance, had high movement, and high enemy disruption. So they just gave him too much shit, basically. I feel like that was largely the problem that they had with heroes when stuff started getting bad. I felt like they just kept giving them too much, and so they would. I felt like this is what happened with Sigma too, is they just gave him too many things in his toolkit. So they had to to balance him. They had to just keep making all the stuff they gave him like bullshit. And I'm like, if you just hadn't given him as many abilities as he had, let him fill so many roles, I think you'd be doing better. Because all the devs suck in the playtest and they just buffed everything. So the devs are just bad at the game, is what you're saying. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't make it to dining room. It's after they inflated the ranks of everyone. They inflated ranks. Telescope? Oh. Man, this is killing me. I'm so close to getting this. I think I gotta use the silver key over here. Because it is... Oh my god. Come on, dude, give it to me. It is giving me every other red room. My guy. Come on, dude. I'm not going to get code check because I've got... Here we go. I spent a star, but that's okay. Where are you? Where the fuck are you, dude? So this is a crest that I already have. Mary Matthew Epson was born to Lady Clara Epson and Simon H. Sinclair in this hospital at 4:05 a.m. Tuesday, 22nd day of January in the 6th era, 1958. In witness whereof, East Reddington Hospital certifies that the information above is true as verified by its duly authorized officer in the Fennery's Registrar of Persons. Sarah Drivian is the registered officer. Lily Rizian Rose is the doctor. It's a sigil for the sanctum on the top right. It is, but it's one that I've done. We are too far. So we gotta try and figure out 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to figure out how I can possibly... I can put the torch in there. Go check the telescope? Telescope or the fire starter? Yes, that too. I can only co-check one. It bums me out that this upgrade disc... I won't be able to use it. I hope I can just open that in the future without needing to, like... Oh, it's right there. I was so close, but I was literally, like, one step short of being able to use the disc. One more day? We run it back. Yes, we do run it back. I hope that I can just open that now. I would love that. Maybe I should have run back. I might have been able to eat the dining room food. I think it was another situation where I was one... I don't know what's gonna be in laundry, I guess is the thing. There wasn't any markings in the laundry room. Shall we just make sure nothing was there? Yeah. So a big thing I need to check is just try to see, like... Was there a key there? God, that was huge. I can't believe we got that open. So I'm betting that her birthday is going to be one of the days. Trading post. Okay, we have trading post now. We just got to pull coat check. If we pull coat check, we can go light that dynamite. What the fuck is that gonna do? Like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Stuff is happening. Oh god, sorry, deputy. Let me read that thing. They made it easier to rank up like twice because they wanted the average to be higher. Average rank of the devs is like gold 2. Oh. Wait, so they started boosting ranks so that the devs would like not be gold. Are the devs really? I guess yeah, like making a game doesn't mean you're gonna be like good at playing the game. It's silly to expect that. Need a big Boomba? Yeah, we're gonna get one. Just you wait. Like I don't care what else comes up on this run. I just want to make I just want to pull code check. If we can do at least that. Library's huge. Let's go activate the telescope and then we will 50 stars again. Hopefully I won't need to spend them at all. Because I don't want to spend those stars. I want to go above 50 and see what happens. Break room's good. We gotta, God knows we gotta keep solving these until we get that trophy. 14 becomes 41, minus 20 minus 1 becomes 20. 10 becomes 1, times 20 is 20. 10 times 10 is 100. Minus 9 becomes 91. Flip that around, that is 19. I forgot that we didn't end in a break room today. I'm okay with that. Somebody give me code check. Okay. Aquarium is best for getting to move forward, so we'll try that. Okay. Alright, compass. We've never gone in the tunnel. Drawing room is very good, though. But we've never drawn tunnel. Let's just see what tunnel is. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, I'll take a hammer. We got this stuff. Drop pantry. Okay. So what happens if I keep drawing tunnel? I'll get dirt. It's just always got tunnel as an option. We can just get all the way up to the foundation doing this. Okay. So it's interesting. So there is no drawing room's a great option here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh. The last door of 8. If we draw a tunnel from here, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tunnels. We wouldn't be able to get it on this because we started at the 3rd rank. But I think that's actually something I want to try at some point. That's something that if we ever pull if we ever pull tunnel going into the second rank, then just mine your way across. Yeah, I want to try doing 8 of those and see if that gets me that sanctum key, because that one sanctum clue that was what was it? That one sanctum clue that was it's behind the last door of 8. That would give me 8 consecutive doors in a row. Well, shit. Okay, I guess we're heading back. I did something very stupid, to be fair. I can't be really upset about it, but I wanted to see what doing the tunnel would be like. And they each come with dirt, so that's also interesting to keep in mind. Let's head over to the library. I'll also grab this. I just want Kochek so bad, dude. Oh, right, we'd already ordered one. A new clue. All he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. If he knew what to do, he'd likely tell you, for you were looking for a new clue too. He'd retraced his sketches and studied the files, reviewed all his cases and gone through the piles. Of the evidence present and precedents evident. That's phenomenal. And retraced his steps as it stretched on for miles. He looked high and low in all of the rooms. He had searched every corner in each of the tombs. In this particular case, he had checked every space. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. He looked and he looked under beds and in nooks. He questioned the maids, he questioned the cooks. It was already over when he spoke to the chauffeur, who told him new clues were found only in books. So tome after tome that the library loaned, and the books that he had that he already owned, were searched from their covers all the way through. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Tender Cipher, Lunar renamed. Uncle Aw. Draft the Sixes. He changed all the letters in the lines that he found. He checked all the colors of the spines that were bound. He doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting, and found that the diction of each word was sound. Draft the Sixes. Shifted extras. The fixed star. Wow, holy shit, the fixed stars. Right, Mary, Mary, Gates, Gates. Dead end. Right. Jor equals name. It's a new thing for me. Toward without you, I gift my house toward waiting. First day of your future without me, first day of my future without you, first bid you heed my word, you odd iris. I think I knew lore, but yeah. He stayed up all night and studied the maps. He laid out the floor plans and measured the gaps. And if his directory was considered a trajectory, it was nothing short of a full mental lapse. A man obsessed and cuckoo too, they would say as he would wander through. The best medicine is not yet evidence. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Each. And having read this book so many times, having scoured over each of its cryptic lines, have you exhausted your search? Have you seen all the signs? Major. Major. Let me look real quickly at the language. Where's my language notes? I should really take time just organizing this. Small. Small name? There's definitely stuff here. I can't read that very well. If I had my magnifying glass, that'd be... Dead end. Major key. Oh god, there's something there. There's definitely something there. Seen all the signs. Or is there perhaps something new, something overlooked but now in view? Have you finally found it? Could it really be true? If it's a new clue, you know what to do. The suspect is Major? The suspect is a key. There's a ton of stuff here. To Tanner Fork. Keep left. Corner cases, parlor, patio, nook, office, library, pantry. They're all corner rooms. Dead cases, lavatory. Route 8. The root of 8? Hang on. The square root of 8 is 2.828. Also be expressed as 2 square root of 2 in radical form. Square root of 2, okay. Fascinating, okay. That's gotta be what that means. Sundial Publishing? Like the sundial out in the orchard. It's a rook. There's Renda there. These candles are clearly a thing. That says keep right. No, that is a keep left sign. Okay, so here's the thing. they show me there, Draft the Sixes becomes the fixed stars. Shifted extras. I think it's trying to show me that these words so you can get red out of it. Uncle Aw seems like it'd be easy to do. Uncle Aw. Chip out of there, get rid out of there, you're left to TE. Red chip turn. Got it. Red pitcher? If we do red pitcher, we're left with an EN. Render pitch? No, that still leaves one E out. Uncle Aw feels like it should be good. Or it feels like it should be easy. If we do clean, it leaves WEU, which isn't anything as far as I'm aware. Claw. I'm back. What'd I miss? I read through this book, and I think it is literally just full of clues. I think this is just full of shit. In a good way. Good shit. So it showed here, draft the sixes. It's like, oh, draft the sixes goes to shifted extras, becomes the fixed stars. The fixed stars is a book in the house, so I think it's trying to tell me that, like, the other books here, Tender Cipher, Luna Renamed, and Uncle Aw, is a similar thing. So currently what I'm trying to do is figure out if that is the case. Uncle Aw is really difficult, though. It's a lot of vowels. It's a lot of vowels. It is 4 consonants and 4 vowels. That is a rough mix. So I think, so if I do claw, I literally just have these left. That doesn't make anything. So if I do clean, I have these left, and that doesn't do anything. New. Oh, that's literally... Uncle Aw is literally a new clue. This is going to be... That's the Red Prince, yeah. Okay, that's the Red Prince. Luna renamed. Now this one, because her other book was Swimbird, and that doesn't seem to be. Because that's the other book she wrote. So this is like the outlier here. No, there's no W. Lunar renamed. This is the toughest one to solve, I think. It's got a lot of letters. Dream. If we do dream, that leaves us with EN, and lunar is like the words that are left. Wait. Oh, there are two N's. Yeah, so it would be okay. That's not going to be anything by itself. Man. Let's say that it starts with an A. A dream. Right? So you take the LUNR, and then there's an EN left over from that. Dream Runnel, Dream Lunner. This is wild. Under. Is what I'm doing, does that make sense? Does what I'm doing make did I explain it well? I was splitting my brain between talking and looking at this. So I'm sorry if I didn't really explain it well. I don't know. Don't know that I'm on the right track with this. TBH. I think under is a good. So if we do dream. I feel like this is going to be the important one because I don't know what book it is supposed to be currently. Lunar Renamed. I don't know, man. It's a green book, and it's got it does have moods on it. So maybe let's look at the other stuff for the moment. So it's got shit here, right? It's like Mary/Mary Gates, which is a clue for the draft room puzzle. Right is right. Laura's word, Jorah's name. Draft the 6 shifted extras. Doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting. Doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting. Each. I wish I had a magnifying glass for this as well, because I feel like looking in here would be a really big deal. Was there a magnifying glass in the commissary? I haven't pulled a commissary. I should try to get one, I think is the thing. God damn it. And of course the big thing here is that we actually, like, really what we want to do is pull the coat check. There's a commissary, but I don't have gems. Jim is going to give us the best shot of continuing, so we should do that. Oh my god. Westwing Hall is good. Are you going to give me anything good? Go check. We're going to make a boom. We're booming. We'll put something in here. I don't know what. Compass for now. We got coat check. Magnifying glass in here, please? No? Okay. It's fine. If nothing else, we're gonna go light some dynamite. And that's pretty sick. hope you're ready to watch some shit explode, Lord Lost. I am incredibly curious just what is going to happen, because... like... this is on one of the maps. There's like this, the dream spiral. Allura, it's going so good. There is so much... Lord Lost, what all has happened today? A lot has happened. We're about to go blow up something. I'm working on anagrams currently. We've read some books. We read the unredacted version of the History of Arindia, and then we read A New Clue. And New Clue is clearly full of hints to things. Part of what I'm trying to figure out is I'm anagramming these things. There were a bunch of books in there. It showed that one of them anagrammed into a book title. And so I've been trying to figure out the other anagrams. Lord Lost, what are the other big things that have happened today? It's from Iraja. Magnifying glass. Holy shit. Okay, we're going back to the book. There's so much. There's simply so much to do. Yeah, we got the torch. Oh, true. We got to try some Crest stuff today too. Yeah, we got some more Crest info because we got some details reading the history book. We also dumped a ton of money into a shrine. And didn't end up getting one that we liked or cared about. Oh, also we turned the parlor room into the funeral parlor. Oh yeah, this is probably also a thing. This might actually be related. So in one of the hints that A New Clue gives is it says try thinking about the other pronunciations of words. So when you see stuff like this, to my soul bequest, it's like, what if it's like soul like loan? It's the last roll left. Oh, my mask, let it last, let me sleep. White box is true and does not contain gems. A box that displays the word gems is empty. A box that displays the word true is false. So if he was true, you'd be false. It'd mean the white box is also false, and it would have gems. Box that displays the word gems is empty. You'd be the one that displays... I mean, you actually have to be true. So if you were true, you would also be true. And both you and you would be empty. If you were false, a box that displays the word true is false. You have to be false because you display the word true. So, oh wait, no, because that would. Oh no. I don't want to risk losing the steps. I want to just go do the stuff that we have. Let's go blow things up. Also, the library's here. Right. Let's look at this. Let's look at this book first. So root 8. I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh, do you mean like the square root of 8? So I looked that up. So that's like 2 square root of 2. Which is interesting to me. Corner cases, parlor, patio, nook, office, library, pantry. Dead cases, lavatory, closet, attic, furnace, solarium, and that's all just dead end rooms. This is big. Hang on. You can only see this with a magnifying glass. Suspect list. Rose Ball, age 50. Richard Scott, age 12. Frond Mayford, age 32. Sandra Dillon, age 14. Bo Lee, age 16. Charles Driscoll, age 12. Christoph Clark, age 25. That's the same thing twice. What do you think that's about? Keep left. I think there's any words on this one. There's clearly a lot to discover here. To Tanner Fork. When are we named? You made shortbread hot cookies? Oh man. If we do man, we've got Reed Lunar. There's a direction sign in the portrait too. Yeah, and that one is pointing left. It's pointing like right here, but the way, you know, for the person actually holding it, it would be left, right? Although I guess when you're reading the sign though, it is telling you right. What does that mean though in this case? That's the thing. There are clearly puzzles in here, or hints to puzzles in here. I'm wondering if this is like a clock tower hint or not. So I got a new word here. I got that Jor as a name. I think Gates, Mary, Mary's the name of my mom. Right to right. I don't know what to get out of this. And then this just says each up here, which that has to mean something, right? The best medicine is not yet evidence. If you found a new clue, he'd know what to do. I don't get what this page is yet. Okay. Stuff here. Assuming page count starts on title pages. Red, page A, word X. What? What? Why do we have XYZ ABC? Why are we dealing? Where are we dealing with XYZ ABC? XYZ are the axes. Why is it not ABCDEF if we're dealing with? This is the picture of them in the ballroom specifically. Dead end related to C. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. What the fuck does that mean? So tome after tome that the library loaned, and the books that he had that he already owned, were searched from their covers all the way through. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. So this is the page that they're looking at over here. So tome after tome that the library loaned. Why is that red? Their covers all the way through. Page A, word X. Page C, word A. Page B, word Y. Page C, word X. What the fuck are we talking about? Assume page count starts on title pages. Wait, is this base 6? Is this base 6 and we're using XYZ ABC? Okay, so here's the thing. So each of these books are books that I can get in the library. They all are. So far, I can get the Red Prince. I can get a new clue. In fact, that's what this one is. So this is the Violet book. So I should read this one. And then the Fixed Stars is the blue one, I believe. Red Prince is the red one. What is the green book? The green book is the Lunar Renamed thing. So this is a book that is in here. The Sightseeing Guide to Reddington. It's the History of Arindia. There's the Pump Manual. It's not the Pump Manual, is it? It might be manual. Hang on. So it'd be REN. Manual render? That can't be it. No, it is what it is. That doesn't really seem like something. That doesn't seem like anything at all. This is the Metro. They're covers. Assume page count starts on title pages. So that's what it means by covers. How do we know? How do we know which page in Word? So okay, so we're talking about Violet. Page B, word Y. Page B. Okay, so it would be fifth page. Fifth page, second word. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looked. The suspect is minor. The suspect is major. It's handwritten, so the suspect is major and minor. The suspect is minor. False. He's not a minor. The suspect is a key. That's the... On the way? This is overwhelming. This is a lot to take in. If it's a new clue, you know what to do. Oh, man. Can I... Let me see. How long do you get access to the books? Is whenever you pull the library now? When I pull the library, I get to... I get to request a book. And so I get to... Basically, every 2 days I can read a book. Basically. I get to look at my list if there's no book. And then I get to, like... Yeah. Stamp collection. Stamps found on the estate and inspected will be added to this page. Oh. So I should go look at the stamps to add them here, actually. I never go to the nurse's station or the lavatory or the dormitory. Why would I? There's Holly there. It's a great final exam. Yeah. I was seeing if I could try to figure out what the name of the green book is, but I don't think we get to... Hang on a second. Is it murder? Is it... MDER, so it would be... no. No, I don't think that reads anything. No, I don't think it's going to be that. Okay. Once I can look at the book list, I'll be able to tell. Oh, man, I feel so dumb for just not being able to figure out what that is. Let's go blow something up. And then let's go look at the... Oh, you know what? Nuance 1010. Why was that sent from Nuance? Those stamps might actually have information that we use for the crest, now that I think about it. I guess that tells us that Nuance is green. It's a shame I already knew that, but okay. Let's see what the fuck is going to happen here. Okay, cutscene. Oh my god. Another upgrade disc. Kristoff, here's the rest of your share, 40 gold, from the moonshine shipment we made last week. This may be the last batch for quite some time, as I feel it is no longer worth the risk, especially given Anne's continually increasing suspicion. But I do need to ask another small favor of you. Next week, when you take the bear into town, if you can fabricate some excuse to delay your return by an hour or two, I would be much beholden to you. Denny. So Denny really was up to some shit. They're making moonshine in the trading post. These absolute fucking menaces. Okay. We have an upgrade disc. We don't currently have any rooms to use it. We can use it at the grotto. Then do we just go to the... Do we just go down? What do we do? I guess we go down and we look at the crest, see if we can do more crest stuff, and then we can take the elevator up, try to draft some interesting rooms, and then I think that's it for the day. So we're already getting low on steps. Cloister upgrade? Oh. We blew up the wall. I'm so sorry you missed it. Had a bunch of gold in there, and I had an upgrade disc. and it was basically, it was like Denny, the guy that got fired, writing a note to Kristoff saying like, "Hey, here's your cut of the money from the moonshine that we went and sold." So they had like a moonshine operation running under the trading post. Yeah. Raise your luck with each green room you draft from this cloister. What do you think the luck is? So this means that you will dead end, but then you'll get a bunch of dead ends. But you get dice for them. That's interesting if you want to really draft specific stuff. Each room with an animal you draft from this cloister. There's not that many rooms with animals. I think this might actually end up being the most interesting option. Go for luck as it's new. I think the animal one is definitely the least interesting. Yeah, let's go for luck. I still have not found a single other microchip, and I have no idea where to look for that. Alora, you're right. Like, there's a lot of directions. You know, there's a lot of signs pointing directions in that book, and like it's frustrating that I feel like I can see that there are clues there, but I don't know how to interpret them. I did not get laundry or a shovel. I got none of that. What's the one that we think we can do? Archeries? I think we can do archeries. Yeah, we're gonna try. Let's see if we can do some crests with this stuff. You draft certain rooms, but it's not a straightforward clue. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know how to interpret it. I know 2 or 3 things about them. So this guy, we think it actually is trains. Which trains is... Hang on a second. Here we go. Okay, trains. Trains is 3. Trains and storms. No, not you. God. You back to 3. Here we go. You. I'll give you on lightning bolts. So really the only thing we don't know is type O society. We know that they're yellow. Did I just move it off of the one they are? Oh, I did not. They should be this. So, I think it did say it was a primitive realm in the book, but like, yeah, I don't think they were primitive anymore. Agricultural? No. I think they'd be military. Damn, okay. They're metropolitan? No. I doubt they're academic. Oh, god damn it. Only thing with industry, that's totally fair. I gotta get him back to his fucking color now, because I misclicked. Okay. This is industrial. There it is. Holy shit. Holy shit. Arch Ares we weather together. Commemoration of the something power plant, the Contessa. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Ares is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Why? Why is he doing this? First City of Steel. Wow, okay. Arch Ares was the very first realm to introduce a new color to the traditional monochromatic tiles of the box. Given the number of ship routes and trade relationships between the two realms, this is not unsurprising. Or this is not surprising. Fittingly, the variation itself was based on the brass compasses manufactured in Arch Ares that were often traded to sailors in exchange for the valued Moorish eye puzzles. Built as a press, they move north. We have seen this before. So we need you all to be yellow. You rotate people. Right. So we want you to be here. Because then... here. Because we want to bring you down. Okay. Okay, there we go. Honestly, these guys are like the easiest ones to work with. More allowance. Okay. That was easy? Yeah, the yellow... I think yellow is like the easiest. Because we've had that just... We just had that before. Money. What are we at now? We're at 38 now. Orinda. Ares. That's 4 crests. That's half the crest down. However, that is 1 less than we have open. Now, I think the one that we haven't done is one where it's like, we genuinely know, like, barely anything about this place. You're the one that we've examined. Yeah. In fog we are lost, in fire we are found. So these guys were foggy as hell. Yeah. Because they're in the mountains. Process of elimination, one we don't know much about. I think we can at least figure out probably the color. Just want to get all these stamps because I figure if they're having us track them. Let's take a look at this guy. Alright, so Diamond, are you Nuance? I think you're Nuance. What do we know about you? Green and blimps. So we know that their travel is going to be... We know that they're going to be air travel. That that's that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They're green and have airships. Now, we don't know... We don't know what kind of society they are. If they have airships, I assume also industrial or martial. Windy for the airships? Or would windy be bad? Let's try windy. That's heat. That's windy. And then let's see. Green. I think this might actually be green. No, that's violet. Wait, are they green? Am I full of shit? They are green. Okay, so green is going to be... Not this. No, that's red. That's green. Yeah, that's green. So let's just try going through each kind of society. Okay, so they're not primitive. That makes sense. They have fucking airships. Are they agricultural? No. Martial. Martial. So they were military, right, because they fucking rolled in and like, holy shit. Oh my god. By far my favorite realm I have visited during this trip, but I have always had a penchant for technology and I'm less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kororika or the beaches of Morajai. I think all of that is stuff we already knew. Morajai, Rainbow, Naval, I'm going to say beaches, even though we don't know. Kororika, Heart Orange Economic Mountains. We haven't solved that one. We haven't opened it yet. Perhaps I am just letting my childhood love of dirigiblocks compromise my objectivity. From the shops I have visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it is back home. Speaking of home, as I look across the eastern sea, I can almost see its shores. I never thought that I would miss the sight of red flags. The Royal East Air Hangar. We're in Reddington, Fen Aries, in Mount Holly. Alright, so green we know. Just as popular in the air hangars and nuance as they had in the ports of Morajai. Green tiles were introduced with an ability to allow them to instantly jump across the board, representing the ease with which air travel conveys its cargo. When green tiles are pressed, that tile swaps with the opposite tile on the far side of the box. Want you all to be green? Orange changes based on that. Okay, right. I don't remember. I don't think we know what purple does. Oh. Okay, green jumped over there. Right. That's fair. Okay, made you green. Made you green. Now, the question is, how do we get you somewhere that doesn't suck? We need to move that guy. Dude, I don't know what purple does. Got it. Okay. Sick. I'll put the gray guy in the middle. And then we need to get him up here so that he can go here. Get another gray guy in the middle. Swap you. Drop you down. Jump you across. No. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Okay, sorry for going quiet for that. I was just, but that's solved. Okay. 40. We are starting each day with 40 gold. Holy shit. So what do we have left? We have, so this is Vera, this is Morajai, this is Nuance. So when we find more Sanctum keys, we know that Vera, we don't know its color. We know that it's hot, we know that they travel by turtle. We don't know its color. Morajai, we know it's naval and has beaches, we also don't know its color. What colors have we not used yet? I imagine that everybody will have a different color. I would be surprised if anybody... Now, Nuance... No, not Nuance. Iraja. That's the one we're looking at there. Nuance we just did. Iraja there. They're purple. They're Poetic Society. We don't know much else about them. They should also be railroads, honestly. They're also from the main Arindia continent. So they might also be, but I don't know anything about their weather. Guys. Holy shit. I think that's... I guess we'll go, you know, we'll go draw. And see if we, you know, get another axe or something. I don't know if there's anything else to do today. We don't have a lot of resources to work with, but I mean, we've made some progress here. It's been another 4-hour stream. I'm sorry. This one truly, tonight and last night have not felt longer to me than the other streams we've done. I think it's just that things are happening. It feels like there was several days of kind of figuring out what to do and kind of making some progress. And then yesterday and today, like, stuff has been happening. Hit me. Come on. Oh. I wonder how much more there is. I mean, there's one more red letter we need to find. There's 3 more Sanctum keys. And then by extension, 3 more crests. I can freeze all that money. I can freeze all that money. That's pretty nutty. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh, hang on a second. Because of the armory. Well, I might not even pull the armory today. We will start tomorrow with over 100 gold. There's the armory. Okay, well, you know what? Let's try and see. You know what? There wasn't even an axe today. I think it must be because we had the torch already. Why do you think there's a picture of Swimbird here? What do you think's the point of that? Like there must be something, right? It's probably not just nothing. I'm looking at the last couple draws here. Let's see. See if we get archive. Only one way to keep going. Let's do this, and then... It's just supposed to be a hint about the, Why can we spin these globes? There's clearly something to it. Oh well. I think that's probably it. Do we have a break room? We do. Can we get to it? I don't think we can. I don't think we have the steps. Let's see if they'll let us. The bottom of the globe stand, there is a clock. That's true. I don't know what that means. Should we just go look at it? I think they've got that on other globe stands, too. I just don't know what that shit's about. Yeah, we're not gonna make it because we're gonna lose a step here. Get break room. I'm trying. We're not gonna have the steps. We're about to lose another one here. Yeah. We are literally one step away. Go, 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 go. Oh, man. Spent. Get in there. Okay. A lot has happened. The big thing for me is I got to figure out if we can get... I want to get to the archive again and just see if I can still just get that upgrade disc, because it really sucks to just have not been able to use it. But we were just out of steps. But we blew up the trading post. We did that. That's huge. We got 2 more crests. We're making progress. This is really cool. I don't know how much is left, but it feels like we're really... I mean, God, what's the deal with the microchips? We haven't seen anything else about microchips and like restoring conversations with the outside. That Alzara thing, the rumpus room, like just saying like, hey, here's these courtyard stone paths. Is that going to be past one of the big white gates? Is there just entire areas I'm not aware of yet? I love this game. Can you combine things in the workshop to make a microchip? If so, I just haven't gotten the things to do that. Whenever I have the workshop, I look at like everything that I have on me and I try to combine it and see what I can do. Supposedly there's only 2 tools that I haven't made. I don't think it would be a microchip just because of the what those things have been. But I could be wrong. There's definitely more to the new Clue book. I think another thing, once we read this last book, the Black Bridge book, I think I might want to take another run at the classroom, the final exam, because I think we've gotten information now from the history book that will help us get to an A. I don't know if we need to get a perfect score, but I assume that getting an A will do something for us. Yeah. Goddamn. Okay, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you so much for joining me again. Avery's supposed to be coming back tomorrow, so we'll probably Baldur's Gate tomorrow. I think we're gonna be streaming a lot over the next week because we're off work and we like doing it. So if not Baldur's Gate, I might do Blueprints if there's a day where she's not feeling it or if there's something else she wants to do. But yeah, I've been loving Blueprints. It feels like the last couple sessions especially, it's like, oh, shit is happening and we're like really solving things. There's been a couple streams where I felt bad because I felt like nothing really happened and I didn't come across anything, but like we're really unraveling shit, and it's fun to have people in chat who don't know any of it either, so it feels like we're just kind of solving it together, and that's really nice. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. And I'll see you probably tomorrow, if you're around, playing something. Alright. Peace.